Okay, somebody had to talk about it. What the heaven is actually happening with Antony right now? What we're seeing with Antony in Spain is absolutely incredible, isn't it? This guy was almost unanimously named the worst signing in Premier League history, then became a meme across the entire internet and was absolutely written off by the whole footballing universe. And now he has somehow gone to Spain and transformed into prime Ronaldo. Now, on the surface, this should be great news for Manchester United. I mean, this good form means that they can either expect some real money from his sale in the summer, more than they would have gotten before this loan move, or at least they would get a much better version of Antony returning to Man United. Looks like a win-win, right? Wrong. Antony's success in Spain can actually destroy Manchester United. Here's how. So first of all, Antony's success is no joke. This guy has absolutely shut the haters up in a very short time period. In his first 12 games for the club, he was directly involved in 8 goals and was named Player of the Match 5 times. He helped Betis beat European champions Real Madrid, led them to a European quarterfinal for the first time in 27 years, got nominated for the La Liga Player of the Month award in his first month in the league, and is helping them push for a place in Europe next season. Antony joined Betis and helped them embark on a 7-game winning streak in the league, a feat that can only be bettered by league leaders Barcelona. In fact, if you looked at La Liga since the Brazilian made his debut, Real Betis would be second on the table, behind only Barcelona. That's how much impact Antony has had. We're talking about a guy who was considered to be one of the worst footballers of his generation, having this much impact in a top European league like La Liga in only a couple of weeks. It has been incredible to witness. But therein lies the problem for Man United. Antony's success in Spain has begun to raise questions about the environment at Manchester United. People are asking whether these players who flop at United are actually bad, or if it's United that ruins their talent. They said Pogba had a bad attitude, Lukaku was overweight, Di Maria hated the weather in England, and Sancho just wasn't cut out for the Premier League. But with Antony, everybody just seemed to agree that he was just a bad player. So for that player to leave United and start looking like one of the best in Europe, it would likely force everyone to turn to the one common denominator, Manchester United. And if this happens, it could slowly ruin the club's reputation. To begin with, the players in the club would probably start to look at each other and say, if Antony can make it elsewhere, we surely can too. Footballers like Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, Alejandro Garnacho, Diogo Dalot, and Andre Onana might fancy their chances at a different club. Man U fans have scapegoated these players at various times, but with Antony, who was regarded as the worst of them all, now doing so well at Betis, they might seriously start to entertain the idea of leaving the club in search of greener pastures. And trust me, absolutely no club wants to deal with the headache of having their best players asking to leave. But you know what's worse than potentially losing your best players? Not being able to pull other good players. Given the way everything has been playing out, young players with real potential might get scared to commit their futures to United, seeing how damaging it has been to the careers of those who came before them. If United start to lose their best players while being unable to attract the world's best talents, it would almost certainly affect their ability to continue competing favorably at the biggest stages. And if they cannot compete, the fans will begin to lose interest and perhaps stop attending games, which means that cash flow into the club will decrease and things will just continue to crumble from there. Not good news at all. But it's not just about players leaving or not wanting to join. The owners and management will also have huge question marks hanging over their heads. With these players performing well everywhere else but not at United, the question arises, is it that the club has been hiring coaches who simply do not know how to manage talent? I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo infamously gave an interview in which he called out Manchester United's coaches. He questioned Ten Hag's mentality and even said that Rangnick was not a coach at all. When you have one of the greatest players in football history who is also a club legend saying this publicly, it's not a good look at all. All of this combined could cause serious financial, reputational, and footballing damage to Man United. As mentioned earlier, this could cause them to lose their best players and negatively impact their ability to attract other top players. But as you know, a top coach can turn things around with little to no resources. But the bad news is, if things continue like this, United might even completely lose their ability to attract a top coach as well. I mean, guys like Ten Hag and Ruben Amorim were once considered huge prospects at Ajax and Sporting, but their stocks crashed significantly after they joined United. At this rate, top coaches may begin to avoid the United job, leaving the Red Devils to compete for scraps in the player and coaching markets. So, as a United fan, while you might be excited that one of the club's players is doing well on loan, bear in mind that the butterfly effect from this one move could be what brings down the great Manchester United in the future. Do you think all of this is possible, or am I just reaching here? Talk to me in the comments. Also, what do you think will happen with Antony at the end of the season? Will his move to Real Betis be made permanent? Will he return to Old Trafford? Or will he be sold to a different club? Tell me what you think in the comments. And while you're there, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.
For God's